what is the difference between view and pure? This is what we are going to talk about right now. Alright, so let's suppose we have two functions. The first one will be pure and the second one will be a view. So we will write this. Okay, so the first question we should answer is why we should use pure or view. A function defined as pure or view cannot modify the state of your contract. Let's suppose we have a variable, so we will call this variable, it will be a boolean, my boolean, like this, and it will be false. Now, if we want to read this variable, we just need to copy and paste this one here. So for the moment, there is no problem. But now, if we try to do the same here, we will see that there is a problem. And the reason is because a pure function can only read a local variable. So if you want to read a state variable like this, you need to use a view function. And this is basically the only difference between those two keywords. By the way, you can define a local variable here, local bool, for example, equal true, and use this one here. And this time it worked correctly. Okay, so now we will try to deploy this thing. So we will go here and deploy our contract. As you can see, there is the two function here. And if we click here, we will have true. And if we click here, we will have false. Calling these two functions will cost you 0 gas fees because you used the keyword view or pure, as you can see. But there is nevertheless one case where it can cost you something. And this thread, I will put the link in the description of the video. In this discussion, we have this guy talking about one case where it can cost you something. It's when you use your, for example, pure function, you use it on a function that will update the state. In this case, this line, you call your pure function, as you can see, this line will cost you some ether because it's embedded in a function that will cost money, a transaction function. Now, the last question you're probably wondering is there any difference between a view and a pure function when you use it in this case, when it will cost you money? Is there any cost difference? And the better answer I found was this guy. So he said that currently it will not reduce gas cost when executing on the EVM. However, in the future, it may help Solidity compiler to optimize your program. But as you can see, the answer was in 2017, so I don't know if it's still relevant. There is somebody who asked if there is any update about this, but I must confess I don't really know if there is any cost difference between using a view and pure. But if you don't need to use a state variable, you probably should use the pure keyword, because if there is two keyword, there is probably a reason. So, you know, I think it's a better call to, like he said, if you can make a function pure, you should always make it pure. In the next video, I will talk you about memory, storage, and call data, so pretty good stuff, don't miss anything. It was Steve Anthony from Proof of Dev. Have a good day and see you next time.